Well, good morning, y'all. It is a vibrant and active morning of day 23. Yeah, people are up and moving, campfires are smoking, birds are chirping, and it's that perfect temperature out right now where you almost don't even feel that air exists. Just every once in a while you get that slight caress and it's like, ooh, it's nice. Today is Harpers Ferry. Larry's catching a shower right now. I've been up for a little while. I have a hard time sleeping once the sun's up, so I just kind of get up. And yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be. I think it should be a fun day. Go see some old ass buildings and learn some cool ass history, and look at a sweet ass photo of myself in a book, and maybe some old trail friends. I think it's gonna be pretty fun. Aside from that, I'm not really sure what else we have going on. I mean, that's pretty much what we have on the docket. So we're gonna knock that out and just take our time and enjoy it. Find a hotel tonight, and then tomorrow start swinging back towards Tennessee. So slept well last night. I didn't think it was gonna be that quiet, and to be honest with you, because this Matthews Arm campground is huge, and there were some pretty boisterous parties happening. You know, Saturday, a beautiful Saturday night in a national park, man, and you're not that far from the big city, and so everybody's coming out and having a good time, man, and smelled some nice barbecue, heard all types of music, but somehow, like right at 10, or shortly thereafter, it seemed like everybody just kind of went to bed, which, I mean, is the rule, but, you know, you don't always expect that to happen, so it was kind of cool. And I just remember waking up at like 1 or something. I don't know. I didn't even really look. It was solidly in the middle of the night, and it was just dead silence. I think I might have heard a deer walking around or something. Heard an owl in the distance. But nothing else. I mean, it was like you wouldn't even know that there were people in this campground. So anyways, awesome night. Beautiful morning. It's promising to be a good one. So yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy this for a bit. I had me some Cliff Bar and coffee this morning for breakfast. I'll probably have something a little more substantial once we get down out of the mountains, but we got a little ways to go. I think it's like a couple hours drive. So yeah, just gonna enjoy it, and then we'll be down in the middle of history. Alright, talk to y'all later.
¿Qué es esto?
La parte más abajo. Y ahí crece la casa para arriba.
¿Quieres venir a ver qué hay atrás? Eso está ahí atrás.
Yep. We call them mushrooms.
tanto la subida, sí, sí, es más pesado.
Those hikes from here out, south and north in the winter, and start those miles in, and then once you're I know you make big shower, but you can do this. Yeah, you can do it if you're interested in making any box, 2 sticks, scroll, and then you have your box. And then you can even draw.
So this is the armory right here. Where John Brown was posted up. Here's the bridge that crosses the Potomac and sends you into Maryland. And there's the mighty Potomac.
If you just search up pizza box.
Seeing all these people in tubes on the Potomac floating makes me wonder if that's how George Washington got across on that frosty night. They're out tubing, enjoying a frosty beverage on a snowy evening. Could be true.
Let's keep walking, we're almost at 2. Come on. Go with Papa. Dad. Andy's trying to go here.
So I was wrong about that building back there, because I said it was the armory, but it was not. It was actually the fire engine house, and that's where John Brown used. That's what he used as his headquarters. So he was like living living in there. Pretty cool. So you can see right over here, that's that firehouse I was talking about. And this old foundation right here, where you see some remains, this is actually the this is the small arsenal. And then adjacent, like right here where these trees are, it looks like, you can see in this picture, and there's the large arsenal. So those were the actual places used. Neat. And among the rest of these lovely old buildings, we could see a man enjoying the shade. So here's something that's kind of neat. So we're back here behind where this hardware store is and such, and just over this way is where one of the channels of the river comes through. And you can see right here, these are historic flood levels with the years that they happened. And this is kind of crazy because we're looking straight on. So this 1902 is probably about 5 feet. Progressing on up all the way. Boop, 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 boop. And then right here you can see the 1936. And that is probably a good 12, 13, 15 feet up, something like that. I'll zoom out and back up. Man, that's some high floodwaters, man. And that Potomac is a big river. I can imagine the levels coming up and that's just rushing through here. That would be devastating. Crazy. And look, there's a cool train trestle back here. Choo choo, choo choo. Yeah. Yo, so I'm here. We're here at a hotel in Winchester, Virginia, and chilling out now. I just got a really nice shower and I'm watching some Olympics, so that's pretty exciting. And got me a little Baston Lager. So it's been a pretty good day. We basically called it kind of short. Larry's down at the pool. I'm chilling here. It's like 4. And we're just going to hang out. And we're going to have a relatively short day tomorrow. Well, it's like 5 or 6 hours, I think, to get to Nashville. But nothing too bad. We'll be able to get down there, grab another room somewhere, do some stuff in Nashville tomorrow. And then I'll be on my way. So, hey man, feeling relaxed, feeling good. You know, I'll take a minute and kind of talk about this portion of the trip, because, you know, my initial plan was to do some more hiking, you know, to do the AT through Virginia. And I know that I've kind of already, you know, talked about switching it up. You know, I wasn't really getting what I wanted out of it, but you know, it's been a little while now since that, and I've had some time to kind of reflect on it. And, you know, I've come to the conclusion that this has been very freeing for me, and kind of an eye-opening experience. Most of the time, whenever I'm under stress, I think we all kind of fall back on on times in our life that we were happier, things that where we felt like we had some control, if we feel out of control, or, if we feel like we're locked down, feel like, you go back to a time in your mind when you felt like you had freedom, and such and such. And that's kind of, I think, how I've always viewed the AT, because my through hike encapsulated a lot of different things, a lot of different positive feelings for me. And so it's been really easy since then, especially with it being such a huge event in my life. It's been easy for me to fall back on that as, a form of escapism, and say, oh, well, if only I were doing that, that would solve all of these mental health problems. And it's not that I wasn't finding some of that out there, I was finding some of that community. I was finding some of that enjoyment. I was also finding the ups and downs of doing that, it's a natural part of it. You have that. Every adventure is different. You don't know what it's going to be. But even though I was finding all those things, I wasn't finding what was right for me in this moment. And I feel like this portion of the trip with Larry, and the way that we've structured it a little bit differently, moving around, seeing some more highlights, adding in other extra things that we wanted to do that kind of mixed it up, a more varied adventure out here in Appalachia, I think is much more in tune with what I needed for myself. And ultimately, what I think that this has done has allowed me to find a space where I can detach my natural escapism from just thinking about through hiking and being this is the only, this is the cure-all to all things, and I can think a little more evenly about what I might actually need, instead of just jumping to conclusions. I'm really looking forward to this second half of the trip. This has been an amazing first half. The second half is looking to be amazing as well. Through California, Oregon, Washington, Montana. I'm going to get back down through Wyoming, get down into Colorado. It's going to be a nice big loop. A lot of different stuff to see. I can still get my hiking in, but I can, but at the time that I did my through hike, it was that was my focus. That was really what I wanted to do, and I've changed, and I have varied interests that I want to dive into while I'm out, that make me very happy. Like my orienteering. Getting a chance to go out to some events for that is gonna definitely, send my excitement level through the stratosphere. Some of it might end up being a little bit of type 2 fun, but it's always a good time. I thoroughly enjoy that activity. And I'm excited to get some of that, to capture some of that and bring it to y'all. My art, I love my art. And another thing that I want to do is, find some art galleries and stuff to go to along the way while I'm out, explore some towns that I haven't had a chance to explore. I've never been to Washington, so I'm excited to see some of what that has to offer, including the SeaTac area, Seattle, because one of my events is up in that area. I'm excited to see it. I've never been there. Another thing that this has really highlighted for me is my all or nothingness. And I I have a very strong tendency to just go full bore into like whatever I'm doing, and it's usually to the detriment of my enjoyment. And I've done that with work, and as a result, I have now found myself, like, oh, I need to like take 2 months off, and so I realized that I need to bring more of that balance to my life, and so I'm making a promise to myself that, as opposed to locking myself in or feeling like I have to be locked in and married to what I'm doing in Tucson, as much as I love what I do, to make myself take time for those other adventures. I get time off from work, and to take that time like a normal person might do, and take a couple of weeks throughout the year and go and see stuff or visit family, and like and not do like I have been, which is like piecemeal it out, because it's like I go super hard for like a month, and then I have like 3 weeks, and I'm just like, I'm only gonna do a short week, and I'm just gonna start putting PTO on it to like rest for a couple extra hours. Actually give myself that time to like fully recalibrate. And it's important. There's a reason why it's it's a benefit that many people get to enjoy, because it's rejuvenating, it's revivifying. It's the kind of thing that gives you that space to be able to reconnect with yourself. And I need to give myself the benefit. I need to enjoy that benefit. I need to allow myself the space to do that. And if that means shoehorning it at times that I'm not even like necessarily comfortable doing it, well, guess what? I'm gonna do it because in part, I'm myself very responsible for having ended up in the situation that I was in with my stress level. So I need to get myself in check with that, and I'm going to. But in any case, that's a bit of a ramble. This has been phenomenal so far. My days on the AT, getting to go through the Smokies and Shenandoah, a rainy day on a swinging bridge that about made me want to just like fall over. Shaking in my boots. Amazing caverns, great historic town, really just like hidden gem of a brewery and disc golf course, and the whole time just like stunning views. It's been a real treat. It's been a great way to come and experience this part of the country, and I'm thankful. I'm very thankful for the time that I've been given to be able to do this. And I'm also thankful for the time for what I'm about to do. And I'm excited for it. All right. With all that said, I am going to just chill out. I'm going to sip on this beer. In case this beer runs out, I have a backup beer in the fridge, ready to go at a moment's notice. And I'm going to watch some Olympics. And I'm going to chill and rest. So, that's... unless we get up to something, which I highly doubt, that's going to be it for today. That's it. Just want to say thanks to everyone who's following along. Thanks for the support, for, in me figuring out what I need to do to enjoy myself out here. I appreciate it. And you know what? I'll see all you guys tomorrow, won't I? All right. Well, have a wonderful evening, okay? Peace.